And one of the things I really appreciate is folks who get on board and then stay on board. This thing goes through cycles. We get it going in a legislature, and then we get a defeat, and sometimes it slows down, and sometimes we miss a year when we want to file. You just never know what's going to happen. But some people are there year in and year out, cycle in and cycle out. They're such believers. They're so fervent in their persistence. They're willing to fight on no matter what happens. And that's the next representative I'm going to introduce. This is Representative Shannon Lundgren. She was our sponsor as far back as 2017, I think. She's from House District 57. She's from Peosta, Iowa, and she's a long-term COS champion. Representative, it's an honor to introduce you today.
It is awesome to be here with you today. I am the great-granddaughter of an immigrant, the granddaughter of a baker, and the daughter of a veteran. And so those of you that have served our country, I thank you. Some of us can't do that. Some of us just don't have the courage to do that. But Article 5 of the Convention of States gives us, the people, the power to make a change with our federal government. I carry this little pocket Constitution and our articles, and this book, The Law of Article 5, by Robert Nadelson. I'm sure all of you in this room probably know who he is and has listened to him. And he likes to debunk some of the things that our opponents say that are going on and what might happen if we hold a convention of states. But we all know that the foresight of our founding fathers decided that it was important that we, the people, have the control over what our government says and does. They are not in charge of us, we are in charge of them. We send them to DC to do work on our behalf. And we all know how bureaucratic Washington, DC has gotten. I'm not really positive that our elected officials in DC have the power over the bureaucrats anymore. So it is definitely time that we take a stand and rein in our federal government to ensure that our future generations have the opportunity to live in the free country that our veterans fought for. I own a very small business. I own a restaurant over in Peosta, Iowa by Dubuque. And I can tell you, I go home on the weekends and work in our restaurant with my husband and our oldest daughter. So every day I encounter people just like us. I serve them their beer and their lunch, and we talk about the issues that are concerning. And that's what I bring back to our state house. But where is that communication with our federal legislators? And states like Iowa, and we have great legislators in our state, they have no power and no control over the bureaucracy. And so I appreciate that all of you are here. We are going to continue to do what we can here in the state of Iowa, and we need your help. You need to call your senators. You need to call your state legislators. You need to explain to them why this is important and why the time is now. We just came off of a pandemic, and we all know the tyranny that we faced as a state, as a nation, and it's still going on, and I don't think that pandemic is going to end, ladies and gentlemen, because we've given them a little power. So make sure you please contact your state legislators, ask them point blank if they are in favor of calling a convention of states, and use the tools at COS to debunk any of the myths that they are going to try and throw at you. It is now or never, and history has its eyes on us. Thank you.
I'm here live in Philadelphia at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. When you hear the phrase lives, fortunes, and sacred honor, these are the folks we should think of, those who anonymously gave their lives. Well, today you have a chance to volunteer. You need to volunteer for conventionofstates.com, the movement that's going to save the country. These folks were willing to step up and give everything. We need you to give just a little bit. Go to conventionofstates.com and volunteer today.